The NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Commanders. And it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
Not far east from the unmistakable buildings of the nation's capital, we've got a building that's also unmistakable in sight, but bears a new name. Welcome to Northwest Stadium here in Landover, Maryland. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Cade Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, and we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other from the moment they're tabbed the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that'll be talked about, well, for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Landover. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out is a master at overcoming adversity before and after being drafted 8th overall in 2024. Out of your alma mater, Washington, it's Michael Penix Jr.
One of the big advantages of Michael Penix coming into the league is it wasn't storybook in college. In fact, he got beat up in Bloomington. Everybody remembers the end at Washington, the runner-up for the Heisman, the national title game. But he took a beating. Injuries derailed many of his years back at Indiana. And I think because of that background, because of all that gets built through that adversity, he's more than ready for everything that comes his way in the NFL. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And after a little running, he gets this up to the 32. A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
3rd down, it's Penix. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 26, and the Falcons will have a first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Robinson on the inside give. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Has it at the 7. Touchdown, Atlanta. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Young Hui Koo on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Return coming from the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. But man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 24. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Now Daniels to throw. This one falls incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Again, Daniels to the air. He has the first over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's a counter give to Robinson. They're a rookie out of Oklahoma there to make that play.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Daniels. He'll get this one to Brown. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere.
I got to be honest, it hurts a little extra when it comes on 3rd down, but it really doesn't matter what down it is. If a completed pass is stopped at the line of scrimmage, offensively, that's a failure. Defensively, that's a success.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. And a well-placed kick here. Not quite on the goal line, but they're pinned deep at their own 10. Onto the field comes the Atlanta offense for the 2nd time. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early, and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 16. He's on the move. Oh, he's going for it again. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Penix now on first down. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. From the gun, it's Robinson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
To the air, 3rd and long. Throw left side, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Penix on first down. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
You know, that is such a bummer because as a quarterback, gosh, you got to give your receiver enough space and enough real estate to make that catch in bounds. That was off just enough to carry the receiver to the sideline before he could establish possession.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Throw on 3rd down. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
So with the Falcons set to punt on 4th, on comes Bradley Pinion. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Commanders will go on offense. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. D. Alford getting there for the stop. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They start with 2nd and 6. Now Daniels off the play action. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that makes it 3rd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's on the move. He's running for it. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. Second down. To throw, Daniels. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here's Daniels. It's caught. Eckler. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
The Commanders ready for the punt. And this is marked out all the way down at the 6. They'll be dangerously close to their own goal line for this series. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On second down, Robinson. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with third and 2. Slot man motioned over. Third down give to Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On first down, here's Penix. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. An incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Play action. Here's Penix. Bails out of the pocket quick. Stepping up, and he's going to run. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Penix on third down. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
They'll punt it away again. Bradley Pinion headed back out. And this will be his second effort of the contest. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first two possessions. Daniels on first down. He'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Play fake here, Daniels. This ball's caught by McCaffrey. Into the red zone. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders tie this game 7-7. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Ray McLeod. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now the give for Bijan. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. Second and 3 now. Penix here from the gun. Catch made by Chark. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They're set up at the 35 now. Penix working from the gun. Into the hands of Pitts. It's a pickup of 11. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. And again, it's Penix. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 16.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, Penix. Got it, man. Robinson has it. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They are throwing it again. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing it again here. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Penix now to throw. Escapes the pocket. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Young Hui Koo out for the field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Commanders are ready to get their offense out there for the final time in the first half. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. First down, ball at the 36. From the gun, it's Daniels. Got a man, McCaffrey has it. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Out of the gun, Daniels. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Here comes the final play of our first half. A final throw before the break. Throwing for the end zone. And he sails that one over the end zone. We've reached the midway point of this game. The visiting Falcons taking a lead into that locker room. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Handoff Matt Robinson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that, but let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 34-yard line. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Penix looking to pass. And the Commanders get home, they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense more often than not leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Here's Penix. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had two choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Fields this clean at the 30. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they're going to take over possession. The Commanders set to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. A toss now to Robinson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They'll run with Robinson. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Daniels now. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more, or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
They'll send out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. No return on that punt. And the Falcons will take over. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. They'll run it with Bijan. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Penix on 1st down. This finds Chark complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Going right side, Robinson with it. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 38. Hits him on the out route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
So after that big play, Brock, they need just that final yard here on 1st and goal. Robinson does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
There's no question that offensively you're disappointed when you're in these goal to go and you go backwards. But this is one of those situations, Kate, where I got to give a tremendous amount of credit to that defense, that surge, that want to, that leverage to not just stop them at the point of attack, but knock them 2 yards backwards.
Once more, it's Robinson. Dodges the tackle, and he's in. Touchdown! The Falcons make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. That was a great response, Brock. After they got driven backwards on first down, they go right back to the ground and score just one play later.
Yeah, and I think if you and I were in the huddle down there after that first down loss, I think we would have felt a whole bunch of pride. Give me another shot, and boy, did they deliver.
Koo on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons make it a 10-point ball game. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Commanders all set to regain possession. That score made it 17-7, but they can cut it back to a one-score game here. Daniels from the pistol. He's got Brown on the slant. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On first down, here's Daniels. Escapes the pocket. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the 47. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now it's 3rd and short. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
He gets 6 on that play, and that'll be good for a Washington first.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Another carry for Robinson. Works his way to the 35. And he's finally taken down at the 16-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. And because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Going to the ground again on first. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's tackled for a short gain. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Commanders football, and they'll get to work, coming into the quarter trailing. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Oh, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Here's Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Staying with Robinson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal, will tie this game in the 4th. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. McLeod now returning it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Robinson on the inside give. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
From the 37, Pitts brings it in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Pick up a 5 on that play. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
You know, Kay, that is the epitome of trust right there. Right? When the ball is let out of his hands, I think everybody on the sidelines in the stadium went, because you throw it in double coverage. And you may question the decision, but it's tough to challenge it when it produces results like that.
And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Second and 10 now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Penix working from the gun. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That play good for 17 on a first down.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Penix here from the gun. Looking right, and he finds him. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. Throwing the out route complete. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They go play action. Here's Penix. Has it down close. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Koo on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons make it a 10-point ball game. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there, and there's nothing this defense can do.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
He's on the move. He's keeping it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains, and it's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. D. Alford has the INT. And the Falcons will get it back with some time to work with. We've reached the 2-minute warning. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. Second down now, 7 to go. A handoff for Robinson, running right. And he's brought down for a loss. Timeout taken by the defense, their second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Drive in dire straits, it's 3rd and 9. Here's Robinson up the middle. And this one does not go far. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. We don't get a return out of that punt. Man, it'll be their football. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he's looking to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the gun, Daniels. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Falcons get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
The Falcons ready for their next possession. And as that defense comes off the field clean, making the stop, Brock, they've got to feel that they're just moments away from this victory.
Yeah, the odds would tell you that. Certainly a 2-possession lead this late ought to do it, but crazy things happen in this league every week. So don't go taking that jersey off until your offense hopefully runs out the clock.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. Well, Brock, we knew they were confident in the lead-up, that they could contend despite the hostile crowd they were going to face today, and boy, did they ever. Once they got going, they showed out, they backed up that confidence, and they leave here with a victory.
Oh, it takes so much work, Kate, so much work, even beyond what people hear about through the week or see in the game itself, to overcome somebody defending their home field. You need to be playing at your highest level, and you need to BYOE, bring your own energy. Whenever you take it on the road and you win one, gosh, it feels so good. What a signature victory.